all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
This is Mondo Bancaro from Mondo's World. We will be discussing some interesting subjects. Sometimes I might even have some guests. So please listen to my show on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Buying a home isn't just a purchase, it's a legacy move. Maybe you're just starting your home ownership journey, or maybe you're a homeowner who's fallen behind on your mortgage, property taxes, or HOA dues. Wherever you are on your path, Washington Home Ownership Resource Center connects you to trusted guidance every step of the way. Vetted resources, trusted referrals, real support. If homeownership is your goal or you're trying to protect the home you already have, don't face it alone. Visit homeownership-wa.org or call the Homeownership Hotline at 877-894-4663 today. The Washington Home Ownership Resource Center, educating and empowering future and current homeowners in Washington State.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio. .world.
That's so good. Wow, I love this so much. That was some good jamming. I'm about to get some jamming music for my for my show. That was really good. Okay, y'all. So what did I say today was going to be about? A real conversation on the topic of AI. The fears, the facts, and the future. And we talked about, I just shared with you the top 10 challenges that we're going to address. So this is going to be a two-part show. I'm going to go into this deeper next week. I have a beautiful presentation, and I just started talking when I had the technical issues and forgot to bring up the presentation. So I'll definitely come back to this next week, and I'll have it tighter so I can get it all into one show. But what I really am going to do, this is how we're going to address these really important topics. So I talked about this issue of, the duality, like both things can be true. We know that to be a fact, right? There can be concerns, but there's huge opportunity. And what I love most about this is most of you realize, a lot of your friends are like one side or the other. They're like, oh, well, I don't do AI. Some people are like, surprisingly, more people than I would have imagined are really focused on being open to the possibilities. That's all I can hope for. So today's conversation is not meant to convince you one way or the other. It's really meant to have a more of a, community focus on the conversation of AI to really address the true challenges that exist. Right? I want you to understand that I understand, I see you, I feel you, and we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to say once that a legitimate concern is not a legitimate concern. What I'm going to say is, here are the facts. This is how we're going to run through each of the 10 concerns. I wanted this to be a pragmatic conversation. I did the research on every topic because I want us to go through this together at whatever speed it needs to happen. So we're going to talk about how today's conversation and next week's conversation is going to flow. So this deserves more than headlines, right? More than emotional reactions, more than a social media sound bite. This conversation deserves depth. This is literally life-changing. So if you're concerned about AI, I'm not going to tell you for 1 second that your concerns are not valid. I'm not. I'm just going to give you what I know to be an opportunity to have a nuanced conversation, right? For there to be strategic awareness, broader than just one thing. We're going to broaden the conversation so we can all see. And for each of the 10 concerns, we're going to slow down and we're going to peel back the onion. So for each concern tonight, the 10 that I just shared, we're going to talk about the concern itself. Then we're going to talk about the facts, the reality. We're going to peel back the onion a little bit more. We're going to talk about the opportunity, the possibility, and then we're going to have a reframe, right? All focused on strategic awareness. So let me just break that down and slow down again. So when I say we're going to first talk about the concern itself, we're going to focus on what people are actually worried about, what community is actually worried about. They're all legitimate. They actually have a list of 20, but I thought, let me focus on the top 10 because I also want to talk about the 10 ways that AI can improve your life. So I think both sides have to be true. We have to really go deep on both of those. So what people are actually worried about, we're going to talk about the real fears, the real questions, and then the real human concerns. So concern is where we're going to start. Then for each concern, we're going to talk about the facts. And so I did some research. We're going to talk about what the research is showing, what experts are saying, what organizations are reporting, and what trends are already happening right now in real time. That's facts. Looking at real data. Okay. And then for each concern, we're going to talk about the reality, because the reality is nuanced, right? The truth that's underneath the headlines and the social media conversations, it's not hype, it's not panic, it's not extreme. The reality is actually always somewhere in between. Whenever someone's like way over here or way over there, you got to be looking like, it's somewhere in between, right? Honestly, both things can be true. This is the Libra in me. Did you want somebody who's trying to say yes and yes and yes? Yes, yes. Right, yes. Okay. So I'm going to peel back the onion legitimately, right? What's really underneath. So we're going to talk about the challenge, we're going to talk about the facts, and then we're going to peel back the onion even more. So what's really happening underneath the surface? Because I think that's really important too. What's the human impact? Hello? What's really happening emotionally, socially, economically? What's the economic and environmental impact? That's the peeling back the onion. Right? These conversations are deeper than technology or no technology, AI or no, these conversations are about humanity. It's about the state of being. When I say I'm so compelled to show up for community, to show up for us, to have real conversations, that's what this is about, the humanity of the conversation around AI. Come on now. Again, I can talk about technology all day, but that ain't what this is about. It has to be about amplifying your impact, the humanity, our humanity, the next generation. This is a serious conversation. So, and I'm also, because I'm a positive person, people know me, I really am. I'm going to talk about the opportunity, right? Because what becomes possible if we approach AI thoughtfully, ethically, and strategically, that's the opportunity, right? So if the yes is true, and how AI could potentially amplify our impact. How could AI potentially increase our access for us, you, people in our community? How can AI improve your efficiency? There's an opportunity here. How can it support your innovation, your ideas? I always say my AI is amplifying your impact, your imagination, your intent, your intuition. It's about you. It's all about you, right? So supporting your innovation and creating new possibilities. So I got to talk about opportunity too. And the possibility is what happens if we get it right. Y'all, we got to be in the game. We got to play. We got to be in it to win it. Come on now. What happens if we get this right? That means what happens if we engage? What happens if we are invited? We do a little something on AI. We see the possibilities, and then we invite someone else in, and then we invite someone. Just right. What happens? Because it's here. This is not a if we allow it to happen. It is here. And are we going to be left behind, or are we going to be in the trenches? Getting it right. Helping them, helping the world, the universe get it right. I say, let's help people get it right. Okay. What becomes possible if thoughtful people like us stay engaged in the conversation. That's what this is about. Because I really believe this. If AI is shaping the future, it's going to take thoughtful people like us to be able to have truly thoughtful, strategic, impactful conversations to help shape AI. Let me say that again. If AI is shaping our future, then we got to be shaping AI. That means we got to be in it to win it. Okay, I'll calm down. We cannot disconnect ourselves from the process. That's all I'm hoping, that I can be a part of that. We have to lean into the conversation. Challenges and all, we got to lean in. Because I learned this when my first job at IB. If there's a problem, you got to be leading in with a solution. So anybody who knows me, I'm a solution-oriented person. So let's go. Challenge true. What can we do about it? How can we figure something out? How can we make it better? So we all have the opportunity to shape the outcomes, to help shape the outcomes. But you got to be in it to win it. Okay. So then I'm going to reframe the challenge. Right? Each topic, we're going to end with the reframe because both things can be true. I'm not going to disconnect anybody's idea of problems. I'm just going to say these are legitimate concerns and there are extraordinary opportunities. Both things can be true at the exact same time. Legitimate concerns, extraordinary opportunities. Both things can be true. So this is not about choosing fear over optimism. This is about building strategic awareness, because awareness helps us to make better decisions. And I just want us to be in a position to make a good decision. So we're just giving you facts, talking about your fears, and we're going to really prepare us for the future. So we want you to be able to make more ethical decisions, more informed decisions, more intentional decisions. And honestly, that's what true leadership is about. When I say I help people lead powerfully and live powerfully, this is by having real conversations. Okay, so I'm going to go deep now. You ready? And again, I may only get through topic 1 or 2, and that's okay. Because we're going to come back next week and we're going to go deep. We're going to do another overview, and then I'm going to get through them, and it's going to be amazing. Okay. So the goal tonight is not to convince you to fear AI, even though we're talking about 10 challenges. I know, it's kind of funny. It's only because I'm hearing the challenges and I need to legitimize them. I need to say, I hear you. I see you. You're not wrong. Yes, and right? It's not to convince you to blindly endorse AI either. So you're not I don't want you to fear AI. I don't want you to blindly endorse AI. The goal is simply awareness, strategic awareness, human-centered awareness. Because if AI is shaping the future, I got to say it one more time, we got to be there to shape AI. So we're going to peel back the onion. Peel back the onion right now. So we're going to start talking about each of the 10 concerns surrounding AI using that process that I just mentioned to you, right? The concept of going through the concern first, and I'm going to move pretty quickly, so that's why I'm going through process, so you understand how I laid this out. The concern will be addressed. We'll talk about the facts, the reality. We're going to peel back the onion, talking about deeper impacts. Then we're going to talk about the opportunity, and then the possibility, and then we'll reframe, because we know, right? This is about making good decisions. So, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Okay. I'm excited. So we're going to talk about concern number 1. And I hear this all the time. I was hearing it a lot more. I think I've been doing like AI pretty intensely for a couple of years now. And so I think I probably heard it more last year when people were they keep talking about the jobs, but I'm not seeing the jobs. So challenge number 1 is, let me just stay focused. Challenge number 1 is the economic impact, workforce disruption, and job loss. That's the concern. I won't call it challenge number 1. I'll call it concern number 1. Okay, so the concern or the question that people are asking is, will AI really create opportunity, or will it economically disrupt millions of people? Here's what we know to be true. AI can absolutely create opportunity, for sure. AI can absolutely also create disruption. Both things are true. The concern people are asking are these 6 questions, right? I'll just kind of summarize. Will jobs disappear? Will the middle class shrink? Will ordinary people get left behind? This is what people are asking. This is what they really want to know. Will corporations benefit while workers struggle? Not if we engage. What happens if AI can do the thing I built my life around? It might be time to pivot. Just being real. How will young people gain experience if AI handles beginner level work? We're going to talk about that. It's important. These are critical questions. These are all legitimate questions. And here are the facts. According to the World Economic, I'll start high and then we're going to go into detail as well. So according to the World Economic Forum, AI and automation are projected to create approximately 170 million new jobs globally by 2030. That's in the next 4 years, while displacing, that means getting rid of, ending approximately 92 million existing jobs. That's disruption. That's Netflix. All the blockbusters are gone. There was nothing anybody could do once the online platforms came out. If you were a blockbuster, you had an inventory of VHSs or DVDs or whatever the heck, I hope you were starting to pivot. There was nothing you can do. There was nothing anyone could do at that point because people, we love ease and flow. If you could download a movie and not have to go and get late fees and all the shenanigans, of course you're going to do that. There's no question. This is a blockbuster Netflix moment. Yes, jobs will be 92 million jobs in the next 4 years will be displaced. And you might be saying that's a net increase, right? If the numbers are, and I've seen a whole bunch of different numbers. So don't again, different numbers. I can say that from different sources. But most people are saying that there's a projected net increase in this case, according to the World Economic Forum, of about 78 million jobs globally. Okay. Meanwhile, McKinsey and company estimate that generative AI, that's this concept, these platforms, could contribute trillions, not millions or billions, trillions of dollars annually to the global economy through, and you got to hear me, increased productivity, meaning the people that are using it are going to save money. They're going to do more. Come on, hear me now. Do more with less. That's you if you're in it to win it. So this trillions of dollars of productivity globally could be in your hands if you choose early enough in the process to move forward. Increased productivity, automations, operational efficiencies, innovation, acceleration, meaning I got this idea and I can deliver it, bam, bam, boom, in no time using AI. Workforce augmentation. Hear me on this one. This is why I love Marbleism so much. This is why I'm literally an affiliate with Marbleism and can offer you 25% off. It's because workforce augmentation. Marbleism is one tool that offers 6 AI employees, right? When you customize them to meet your needs and you understand what you're trying to accomplish, it's a game changer. Workforce augmentation. And it's with my 25% off discount. It's less than $220 a year for 6 AI employees that will change your life. They can be customized to do almost anything within your organization that's operational, right? And we'll talk more about what that means. It's huge, and I'll keep going. Also, according to Goldman Sachs, AI could impact the equivalent of approximately 300 million full-time jobs globally. Like I said, people, depending on who where the research comes from, all the research is saying some jobs will go down, other jobs will go up, and the impact is trillions of dollars, trillions for those companies who leverage AI. So yes, both things can be true. It will be a major disruptor, blockbuster moment, Netflix moment. It's a done deal. It's a done deal, right? So yes, both things can be true. AI can create jobs and AI can and will eliminate jobs for sure. Absolutely. AI can create opportunity. AI will also create instability. And unfortunately, it's in our communities, the Black and brown communities, where some of these manual things, some of them, but some of the things are physical in nature. AI ain't out there. We ain't got no AI robots out there doing some of the things that many of us are doing as well, right? So I just want to clarify. It's going to be some of those middle class type roles as well, where the admin assistant, she better learn AI. It's not that admin assistants are going to go away, but she better know how to manage some AI when she's doing it, because people are expecting a different level of execution. And this is not in my notes, but I just wanted to say this. And I wrote, this is part of my next book, you guys, because I want to make sure these real conversations live beyond me and that we're actually having them in a way that is unbiased, that is absolutely strategic. So, when you think about it, the nurse, no one is going to be changing bedpans, like that, you know what I mean? Like, I love nurses, and I don't mean to make it sound like that's all they do, but I mean, there's some physical aspects to being a nurse. The medication, could it drop through the thing? Absolutely. But when you're sick, you really want a person. So, right, some AI in some ways will amplify the need for the human connection. In other ways, like I said, this whole concept of meeting notes and scheduling meetings, which is a secretarial type role, right, an administrative assistant role. Like, most people are going to have AI admins, executive admins that are doing amazing things. That's my favorite. It's part of the Marbleism family of AI employees. So will AI create instability? Yes. And if you have one of those roles that we're going to talk about here, there's more than I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go into even more detail. But there will be instability for sure. Blockbuster moments. Yes. Not untrue. True. It is a concern. But not if you get ahead of it. If you were lining up and leaning into the Netflix energy, right, to the Hulu energy, that's a whole nother platform. Think about all the online things that are happening now. So if it depends on how long you're going to hold on to the Blockbuster energy. Are you going to go on to the Netflix and Hulu energy? That's really the question. So it was instability for Blockbuster. It wasn't instability for Netflix and Hulu, right? Look at the stock prices. Look at the growth there. So that's really kind of how you got to think about it. Where are you going to land in the history of time? I'll keep moving. I make it through one apparently because we're almost done. Okay, so AI can create instability. It can increase your productivity. It can also increase your fear. Both things can be true. So here's the reality: some jobs will absolutely be disrupted. This is already happening. Here's some of the industries specifically that are experiencing transformation right now. It's customer service. I said administrative support, data entry, bookkeeping, repetitive coding, that entry-level coding, repetitive content creation, the stuff that you can do right now, like I said, on any number of tools, right? Document processing, logistics, scheduling, and repetitive design production. And honestly, roles that are in any way repetitive or predictable, rules-based, this, line it up, process-driven, anything that's highly administrative are generally easier to automate. So those absolutely are the ones that are going to be going. So if that's where you are right now, consider yourself Blockbuster and figure out, here's how we peel back the onion, right? That is a Blockbuster moment. Just know that we're here for sure, for sure. But why are these roles easier to automate? It's because AI is exceptionally good at recognizing patterns. AI is exceptionally good at repetition, prediction, workflow, execution, doing things at speed, but they don't have to sleep, doing things at scale, doing 10 versus 100 versus 1,000. They don't sleep. Our AI employees with Marbleism, they don't sleep, they don't forget, and they don't stop. That's scale, baby. That's scale. Processing large amounts of information faster than we can most of the time, right? Unlike humans, AI don't get tired. They don't need breaks. They are continuously at scale with the instructions that you provide. So that's why you gotta be very intentional about the instructions you provide, because it's typically faster than human capacity in many of these areas. So that is an economic reality. It's a Blockbuster moment. Come on now, people. Hear me and feel my love. I'm with you. It is a problem, but there's also the opportunity. The opportunity is preparation. Opportunity is AI literacy now. The opportunity is strategic adaptation right now. Reskilling, upskilling, learning how to work with AI instead of pretending that it doesn't exist, pretending that it's okay to say, I don't like AI. Okay, I promise you, it's a Blockbuster moment. You're going to be left behind. And I don't want that. I don't want that for my people, and we could do better. As my grandmother said, you got to be in it to win it. Come on now, people. This is the possibility. It's not simply a replacement, right? It's an amplification. It's not trying to replace you. It's saying Blockbuster. It's Netflix. Nobody was mad at Netflix or Hulu. Why is AI? There's more. I know. There's more. We'll talk more about the environmental and all that other stuff. But I'm just talking about right now the economic element of it and the job part of it. So AI could absolutely reduce repetitive labor. That's a possibility. If you are a small business, it can help you to scale at minimal cost. It can help nonprofits to amplify their impact. It's going to lower the barrier to entrepreneurship for people who might be working for someone else and always wanted to start your own business. Now, I can help you with 6 AI employees, and that will show up for you in a way that you're like, mind-blowing, right? It can expand your educational access, improve your operational efficiency, accelerate your innovation, give you ways to get more money. So the reframe is true. So there's lots and lots of possibility that I just shared. I'm going to go to the reframe because I know I got 1 minute left and I'm not looking at the system right now. So this is just, let me get through this and then I'll be done. So the reframe is simple. AI will not, if your concern is that AI will destroy the economy, the reality is not true. AI will absolutely create disruption. It will absolutely create displacement. And again, I just went through the types of roles that are going to be displaced. Blockbuster moment, and it will create transformation, right? Netflix and Hulu. So the concern is legitimate, but the opportunity is that AI will also create totally new industries, new forms of work. It's going to increase your productivity. It's going to expand your economic opportunity. And the possibility is amplifying who you are and what you do. So the reality is, yes, AI will be disruptive from an economic perspective, but the opportunity will transform and bring more in than what's going out. Absolutely amplify. So he said, time is up. So I will pause. I just got my time is up notice. That was almost perfect. So I went through one of our concerns and details. So this will be our topic next week. We're going to also talk about your concerns. We're going to talk about AI, real deal, real talk with AI. And we're going to talk about the fears, the facts, and the future, where we're going, and how you can be a part of having the best life possible. Oh, what's next? Do we have Lidline Sports? My favorite show, the fastest hour in sports. Stay tuned for Lidline Sports, y'all. See you next week. Thanks.